In this module, we shift from simply knowing eIDAS 2.0 exists to understanding what it means for your organization. You'll work with a structured readiness assessment to baseline where you are today, expose critical gaps, and prioritize concrete actions for the next 12 months. Most organizations already know eIDAS 2.0 is coming. The real questions are, how exposed are you? How ready are you? And where are your weakest points? In this course, we'll cut through regulatory noise, quantify your current position, reveal critical gaps, and translate that into a practical 12-month roadmap. eIDAS 2.0 readiness isn't just a legal checkbox or an IT upgrade. It's a balance of 6 dimensions that have to work together. You need solid regulatory governance, so you understand the rules and can evidence compliance. Stakeholder alignment keeps legal, IT, product, and business leaders pulling in the same direction. Identity capabilities cover how you identify, authenticate, and sign today. On top of that, your vendor landscape and integration capacity determine what's realistically implementable. And finally, customer journeys. If users don't adopt the wallet experience, even perfect technology and governance won't deliver value. Regulatory understanding and governance are the brain of your eIDAS 2.0 program. Without a shared picture of the EUDI Wallet, qualified trust services, and assurance levels, everything else becomes guesswork. You also need structured legal analysis, how eIDAS 2.0 interacts with GDPR, AML rules, and NIS2. And you must clarify decision rights. Who actually owns eIDAS 2.0? A defined steering committee or accountable owner prevents drift and conflicting initiatives. Technology alone won't get you to eIDAS 2.0 readiness. You also need a cross-functional mandate that genuinely breaks down silos. Treat your eIDAS program as a shared mission for business, IT, security, legal, product, operations, and procurement. They all shape how identities are used, how risk is managed, and how customer journeys feel. Assess your organization on 3 points. Is there a clear shared vision? Are responsibilities and accountabilities explicitly defined? And do you have real executive sponsorship with budget that matches the ambition? Your identity and trust capabilities are like a 4-layer engine you're upgrading for the wallet era. At the bottom sits eID and eKYC for onboarding and ID proofing. If that's weak, everything above it is shaky. On top of that comes authentication, SSO, MFA, and strong customer authentication. That's how users prove it's me each time. Above that are signatures and seals, including qualified ones and remote signing. At the top, trust services like timestamps, validation, and e-delivery add legal robustness. Your task is to understand which layers you already have, their assurance level, and where investment is needed to become wallet ready. For eIDAS 2.0 readiness, your ecosystem matters as much as your internal policies. First, map your vendor landscape. Which trust service and wallet providers you already use, and how mature their compliance and SLAs really are. Second, assess integration capacity, your APIs, IAM, and connections to national gateways. Finally, examine customer journeys, especially onboarding, and how clearly you request and obtain wallet consent. You can think of eIDAS 2.0 readiness as a 5-step maturity scale. At level 1, activities are ad hoc and manual. Different teams solve similar problems in different ways, and controls depend on individual effort. By level 3, you've defined standard processes. You can usually demonstrate basic compliance, but capabilities are still bolted onto existing journeys. At level 5, eIDAS becomes a strategic asset. Identity, signatures, and wallets are fully integrated into products, channels, and risk management, and you deliberately use them to reduce friction, enter new markets, and differentiate from competitors. Gap identification is about turning your assessment scores into concrete priorities. Start by deciding your target maturity for each dimension based on risk, regulatory pressure, and business ambition. Then compare current versus target and express the difference clearly, in levels, in percentage, or in risk reduction. Large gaps usually signal structural issues in capability, process, or governance. Smaller gaps may just need tuning, not major projects. The outcome you're aiming for is a short list of high-level needs. Which tools, process redesigns, and training investments are required over the next year? Once you've listed your eIDAS 2.0 gaps, don't treat them all equally. First, Ask, what's the business and regulatory impact if we fix this, and how much effort will it take? High impact, low effort items become your quick wins. They reduce real risk and create momentum in the first 90 days. High impact, high effort items are your strategic initiatives. They belong on the 6 to 12 month roadmap with proper sponsorship. Low impact work is either filler or should be parked. One rule overrides everything. Anything tied to hard compliance deadlines moves up the queue. In the first 90 days, your goal is to turn a rough readiness picture into an agreed starting point and a governed program. Begin by stress testing your self-assessment. Review scores with legal, IT, security, and key business owners until there's shared ownership of the results. Next, formalize governance. Nominate a clear product or program owner and a small steering group that can actually make trade-off decisions. Then lock in target maturity levels and capture a few quick wins, such as tightening policies and shortlisting wallet and trust service vendors. In the 3 to 12 month window, you move from talking to doing. First, stand up concrete projects. Upgrade IAM where needed, integrate qualified signatures, and run EUDI Wallet pilots around 1 or 2 priority journeys. In parallel, secure the right partners. Negotiate contracts and SLAs with trust service and wallet providers, including assurance, support, and exit options. Then redesign onboarding and signing flows around these capabilities. Finally, track KPIs, compliance incidents, customer adoption, completion rates, and time to activate. eIDAS 2.0 Readiness should run as an ongoing control loop, not a one-time project. Keep assessing, at least annually, and whenever regulations, business models, or wallet ecosystems change. Recheck scope, risk levels, and which services act as relying parties. Then integrate. Bake eIDAS considerations into your standard risk management, change management, and vendor governance processes. So every new product or vendor is evaluated by default, and continuously monitor. Watch provider performance, incident patterns, and national wallet rollouts, and feed those insights back into your next assessment cycle. You now have the pieces to turn eIDAS 2.0 from abstract regulation into a concrete roadmap. Start small and specific. Customize the readiness assessment to your organization. Then pilot it on one business line with real stakeholders. Use those insights to lock in a focused 90-day plan. The organizations that move first, learn fastest, and adjust quickly will capture the real advantage. Take a moment to pause and let everything settle. You've just covered a lot of ground on eIDAS 2.0 and relying party readiness. Notice the 1 or 2 ideas that feel most urgent for your organization and hold on to those. They'll anchor your next steps.